What's up, everyone? Coleman Philippa here, back with more Disco Elysium.
Good evening. Shall I start off with that anecdote that I told you after our session the other day?
Yeah, you should, because you totally should have said that then. And now I realise I don't have a drink bottle, but whatevs.
Oh, well, maybe while I'm telling people, you should go off and get your drink bottle.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Do you want to pause it so time doesn't pass?
Yes, a good idea.
Cool. Okay, so those of you who were with us last week, Friday night, will remember that I seemed really suspicious of them saying that the guy was hanged and his hyoid was broken. Now, I know this from an early episode of Bones. I mean, in the first season when they were still very scientifically driven. The hyoid bone can crack during hangings, but it is actually pretty unlikely. So it sort of raised a few red flags in my head. It was like, maybe, maybe not. But the key thing in this Bones episode was that the person who had been hanged with his cracked hyoid had been drugged, and acid reflux when he was like dangling had basically eaten away at his hyoid, which had made it crack later. Which made me, like, when I heard the hyoid was cracked in reference to a hanging, I was like, maybe that's not really a hanging. Maybe that's him being like, because he didn't struggle or anything, which was really suspicious. So yeah, that was why I instantly suspected that that was not a real hanging. And then, turns out I was right.
Bones!
Bones! Back when it was good. So, you know, in the first 3 seasons.
It was never good. What the hell were we doing? Question, collage, we need to do that later. Alright, we're going to talk about antique firearms and also, just talk to this guy. What's his name? Ted? Something like that? Titus.
Still hanging around. What is it now?
Nuvi might even be able to join us, apparently.
Nice. So, just found a bullet in the hangman's head. I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness. These are 2 new ones.
Yep. As well as she wasn't raped.
Oh, Claus just says she wasn't raped. You're right.
Yep.
So, I can say any of these ones. I'm going to start by... Well, we'll start with the least one likely to get me beat up.
Yep.
Excuse me.
He ain't a
Titus,
local.
a witness, the tall man crosses his arms on his chest. You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this. Nice to admit that you've got these guys under your thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Elaine, that's just cop tactics, Titus. Next he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others and is in witness protection.
Like your missing
My witness
lady.
isn't local. Let's just drop this. My witness isn't local. Titus scratches the back of his head and asks, well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella? Logic, medium success. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name. Charles Villadroon, a high-ranking government official from Rue de Saint-Gassain, 33B. Let's just say he's a high-ranking government official, and leave it at that.
Who he is irrelevant.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have to say. Titus, it's like you said, Al, he turns to the man on his left. Cop is coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness. Elaine, I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They're desperate. He turns to you. Tell us, copper, what wacky claims did he make? The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion. The witness said he saw 2 people of Areopagite descent and 1 mask. The witness said it looked like a surreal play. Actually nothing. Well, I guess I'll start with this one.
Yeah.
Shanky, it's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
He's very dead.
Elaine, yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you into the streets. He says provokingly, what's with the cowbells, policeman?
More cowbell.
Rhetoric, medium success. They're avoiding having to answer this question. I'd imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence? Glenn, we were drinking. He looks around. Weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck. Kim, right, I'm convinced, Glenn. He nods sarcastically. Nothing off here, just a regular hanging. Empathy, medium success. Bullseye, Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve. I guess we could describe... I think these guys fit that bill?
Yeah, I mean...
Eugene. Aeropagite, he starts laughing. Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Oh, the black guys. Okay.
Right, okay. Titus. Well, yeah, the Titus nods. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did actually say they were all there.
Yep.
The witness said it looked like a surreal play. Titus. That means absolutely nothing to me, he says, taking a sip from his can. Sounds like some made-up horseshit. Kim. It means the whole scene was long and drawn out. Like it was from a film. Shanky. What's the spell's problem? The little guy addresses everyone and no one. Sorry, we didn't make it more action-packed. It was the first thing on our minds, you see. Or wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see. Kim. Shanky? It's Shanky, right? He doesn't wait for an answer. I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was. Shanky. You don't know shit!
Man after your own heart, Daniel.
Kim. I know you're lying, Shanky. He writes this in his notebook. Alright, we'll back out of this shit. Titus. Great witness! He must be really parched because he takes a giant gulp of his beer. Rhetoric. Medium success. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Let's see if we talk about the hanging again, if we can mess them up a bit now that we've got that new information. It might be nothing.
Okay. Titus, again? Just get the dead guy's autograph since you're his biggest fan. Shanky, a burst of laughter in the room. The little guy is the loudest. Good one, Titus, he fawns. Okay, that didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it just gave us the same question one thing
Yeah.
down.
How does the bullet in his head factor into this? Titus, huh? A sip of beer, sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier. Kim, there was a bullet in the dead man's brain. The lieutenant checks his notes. Why was it there if you hanged him? Titus, how the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe? Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. Drama, medium success. Interesting, sire, is as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it. Elizabeth, this line of questioning is over. The woman steps in before you can answer. You got the cause of death already, hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, that's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Interesting. So it might be her we need to probe more.
Maybe. Still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head. Claudia says she wasn't raped. Well, do we want to go over that again, or do you think it'll actually do anything? I don't
Probably
really.
not, but also if you give them that line about that she wasn't raped, I think that will cause trouble. Trouble that you can't easily back out of, kind of trouble.
Alright, fine. I'll go over that again.
Yeah.
Titus, you still on about that bullet? He pats the back of his head. A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, copper. That is mighty curious. Kim, indeed, mighty. How did it get there? The lieutenant is fixed on Titus. Titus, he gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in the world and so many heads. He sighs deeply. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads. Elaine, it's bound to happen again, you know. He taps his right temple, just statistically speaking, of course. Drama, medium success. Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes. I'm going to ask you again, why was this show them the bullet in the victim's head? I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later. I don't know. Bullet dangle?
Bullet.
Shanky. Wow, the little man leans in to inspect the leaden blossom. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all. Elizabeth, why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened. What, do we want to...
Yeah, I mean, might
Yeah,
as well.
I think hanging was cover-up for the shooting. Titus. You know what I think? He raises his finger. I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet. Elaine. Around the bullet, man. Elaine pinches the root of his nose. That's a good one. Drama, medium success. All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. Empathy, medium success. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this. Did you guys shoot him?
Might as well.
They admitted to the hanging. Maybe they'll admit to the shooting. Glenn, shit. He throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Shanky. Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. The little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober.
Threatening police officers.
Kim. No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him? Elizabeth. Before, after, during. She spreads her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting their time. Alright, we'll figure this out sooner or later. Titus. Never been worried in my life, lawman. He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
Ooh, he's really worried.
Logic, easy success. It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack there somewhere. Oh, let's do the other thing.
Alright.
Titus. Fuck! The big man's eyes and veins bulge. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted. Elizabeth. For the record, she steps in forcefully. Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim was a whore. Nor did he say anything about trusting her.
So, Elizabeth has some law training. Interesting.
I mean, for the record, that's exactly what he said.
Yep.
And she was just lying. Bold-facedly. Titus. Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He turns back to you. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea. Elaine. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you. Shanky. She's crazy, you know. The rat-faced man says carefully. Crazy bitch. You know the type. Crazy-ass bitch. She's fucked up. Rhetoric, medium success. This is a diversion. Stay on track. Crazy? What are you talking about? She was very lucid. I did think that, yes. She's a little crazy. Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. She was lucid. Kim. She wasn't raped. The lieutenant's voice is beginning to betray his agitation. The witness's statements were very clear. Titus. Lawman, he says through clenched teeth. I am at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. Something breaks in him. He takes a step closer and says, I am going to fucking... reaction speed. Hit you, duck! Elizabeth. Titus Hardy! Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot. Wow, she probably doesn't know his middle name.
Yep.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood? Rhetoric, medium success. When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Inland Empire, medium success. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Suggestion, easy success. Someone has to rush in and break the tension. The second in command. Elaine.
Huh.
Look, copper. The tattooed man snaps his fingers to get your attention. We know the dead fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily. What's the harm, right? Excuse me. Titus. Here, jerkwad. He slams an audio tape on the table. Listen to this shit, and then come back and tell me if the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man. Logic, medium success. This is their last play, this tape. The story's in tatters, a mess. Might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to. Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me. So what's on the tape? Where did you get the tape? Why aren't you getting the money right now?
Well, we've got our own player to play the tape.
We do.
I believe.
Where can I listen to this? And that's enough for now. What's on the tape? Titus. What's on it? We call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. You'll know why once you listen to it. Where'd you get the tape? Titus. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? URCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. So you bugged them. How?
That's also really good to know, because that means they know where they were staying.
I'm surprised that these guys know how to bug people, but... I mean, I can imagine that from Elizabeth, maybe.
Yeah, I think she was the one to do it.
Titus, we have machines, he nods. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbour works? It's advanced stuff. That is true. Kim, understood. You've listened in on their communications. He takes a little note. How long? Titus, since way before their chief started taking swing lessons. Janky, things got nice and quiet after that. No, so they may have noticed that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then? Or I think I get the picture. Who's doing it? Fat Angus. It's not advanced, the heavy man wheezes. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there. Ah, well, you just outed yourself, dipshit. Titus, don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work. Chief picks his beer back up.
Angus does important things, okay?
Yeah, Angus, don't get depressed, man. The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast. Eugene, yeah, man, you're like a radio genius or something.
Ooh.
Those notes and some in-depth stuff, indexes and shit.
So he might have been one of the former programmers for the radio computer.
Maybe. Or maybe he just picked up a thing or two.
Yep.
Maybe he's just a regular-ass nerd.
Yep.
Why should I care about what's on the tape? Titus, you don't care about evidence? His eyes twitches. The fuck are you a cop for then? Elaine, pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth, they care about getting convictions. They're fucking keeping score on their bulletin boards.
He's not wrong.
Titus, I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we've got nothing to talk about.
Well, you might as well ask him where you can listen to it, just so...
I mean, I don't need to. We already know. I got a boombox.
Yeah, but he might let you in on where their thing is if you do.
Well, maybe. Rhetoric, medium success. There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it now. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind. Where can I listen? Kim, I'm sure we can find a tape player, the lieutenant whispers. Shanky, where can I listen to this? He mocks you. Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Don't think our ass has good mind?
Glenn, yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker! His voice echoes like thunder in the small room.
Do you suddenly wonder if that's Kunoesa's dad?
Maybe? I don't know. Hard to tell if there's a family resemblance or they're just equally ragged.
Okay, I was wrong to ask this.
Kim, I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem, he repeats calmly in a hushed voice. Interfacing, easy success. Your room had one, maybe it's too broken. Cool, that's enough. Titus, don't forget your tape, lawman. He pushes the little tape toward you with his giant hand. Compliments of Titus Hardy. Fine, I'll listen to it, or leave the tape. No thanks, Titus, I can get wrapped up better without it. No, we're taking that shit.
Yep.
Titus, you do that, he says, adjusting his belt buckle. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness one day. Nah, I ain't gonna.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Righty. Well, let's listen to it right the fuck now. Let's get the... Oh, we should get the boombox in our hand first.
Boom, 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 boom.
Tape. Door Gunner Megamix. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy. Supposedly holds a recording of the Mercenary Task Force radio communications recorded via de-encryption station. Not a good omen. Requires a boombox to play.
Hey, look.
We already got a boombox. Fuck yeah. The porter reel is just what you needed. Just to say, I already had it. The reel is attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. Let's play the tape. You push commencer and the tape starts spinning. Violent static machine sounds fill the air. This isn't Rivacol, a man's voice said. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants. Another loud screech, some kind of machinery. Kim, the harbour. Kim takes out his notebook. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
Oh, they might be hiding in that storage box.
In the storage box. More static. When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldierly apocalypse style. Kill shit, dogs, and chickens too. Gonna rent a room, Cordy. A real nice one. This part is unintelligible. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all and rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dancer whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth. A click, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty. Kim, the lieutenant presses the button marked Arrêter on your portal reel. The tape stops spinning. What was that at the very end? Silence? What do you think? Who's this Cordy? What's Kohoi? What was that at the end? Kim, end of recording. What do you think? Kim, it seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off their shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbour walls. I agree. He also sounded inebriated. But he did say he's going to do it. You can't edit words into someone's mouth. I think he sounded alright, just letting off some steam. No, that's not just letting off steam. I guess, you can actually edit shit in.
I mean, if he was like, I'm going to rap a battle and then,
Her sweet, sweet can.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what rhymes with rape, but I'm like,
I don't know, man. He also sounded inebriated. Kim, still, the lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
It's adorable little suspicious look. Oh.
Esprit de corps, medium success. There's more going on here than we know. Who is this Cordy? Kim Kitsuragi, one of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? I don't know if I want to ask what Kohoi is.
I mean, I think we know, but we should ask anyway.
Alrighty. Kim, a village on the Samaranai Salola in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, kind of thing he talks about. You think he was there? Kim, who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service. Rhetoric, medium success, a symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style, conducted in Civil War environment. Alright, what now? Okay, I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? He looks around. This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree. As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cherry radio again, spewing out beats like it's Friday night. Empathy, medium success. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
I wonder if we can play the tape for her. If that would change how she
Possibly.
reacts.
Well, we'll figure it out. But Kim said to go talk to Class G now.
Yep.
So let's go see.
Is that the smoking man from the balcony?
No, is it? Is it? It is him! Man, good eye.
It was mostly the smoking that tipped me off.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirling and rags. You're here! I am. So are you. What brings you here? What are you doing here? Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime. I met your Sunday friend. Composure, legendary 14. What is it about the way he carries himself? Might as well.
It's so different. Fail.
Nah. It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
God damn it.
What about that muscular man? Smoker. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days ago after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. What did you tell him? What did he look like? Was he alone? Besides muscular, did he have any identifying traits? Thanks to the info. So, what did you tell him? Smoker. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. And he believed you? Did you tell him about your friend? And he believed you? Smoker. Why shouldn't he? Did you tell him about your friend? Smoker. He takes another drag of a cigarette before knitting his brows. What friend?
God damn it. He doesn't know about your friend.
Your Sunday friend, the witness. Smoker. No, I don't think it came up. What do you look like? Smoker. Muscular. Handsome. He shrugs nonchalantly. Strong. Like one of those military types.
So probably the...
Was he alone? Smoker. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. His earpiece? Smoker. Yes, you know those tiny little speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
Interesting.
What was he saying? Smoker. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Besides muscular, did he have any identifying traits? Smoker. Oh, let me think. He turns his eyes upward in recollection. He had an accent. Sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely orangese. He closes his eyes. No, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely orangese. Thanks for the info. Smoker. Sure. Anything else on your mind? His lazy eyes stroll over your face. What are you doing here? Smoker. Admiring the atmosphere. He smiles. What about you, officer? I live here. My room's right upstairs. I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me.
I mean, it's true.
Kicking ass and solving case. Smoker. Well, here's to you. He raises a glass before taking a sip of his drink, froth grazing his mouth. I met your Sunday friend. Smoker. You did? A small smile adorns his face. And how did you like him? You're right. He was magical. Magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments.
I didn't like him as much as I like you.
I don't know. I'm...
Communist cop is calling the third one.
Government. Smoker. Oh, shoot. He bursts out laughing. Why not? Who is he? What are you? You two? Sorry, why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
I wonder why.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. So, who is he? Smoker. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you or me, gendarme. He smiles, and his smile seems melancholic. He can always return. Return where? Smoker. To his opportunities in Occident. Surcliffe. Still, he breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting out. Is coming and going bring some life to the village? Or is it just money? I don't know. He stares at the bar. I mean, I can probably guess. Fine, which one do you want me to give of these, like, really obnoxiously blunt questionings?
What are you? You two.
Smoker on the balcony. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
I think it might be a fair weather friend.
What is a jellicle cat? Smoker. He sighs. that he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Yep.
Is that even a friend? Smoker. It is. On Sundays. Alright.
Okay, man, now I kind of do want to know what he was doing there in the middle of the night.
Smoker. He has keys, and he likes the view. He waves gently with his cigarette-holding hand. To the sea, I mean.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, that's enough of that then. Good spotting though, Philippa. Smoker says bye-bye, gendarme. Let's go talk to a lady.
I mean, maybe they legitimately are just, like, casual fuck buddies.
Maybe. Hell if I know. We can just wander in here freely now, can't we?
Sweet. I wonder if we'll ever get to go into Thingy's room.
What, Kim's?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
That said, you can... No, you can't actually see it. His room actually seems really small compared to the others.
Yeah. Click on the door. Oh, no. You don't have to click on the doormat.
Nope.
Interesting.
I do not. Let's talk to her again and
Oh,
try
it's
and...
raining now.
Officer, what brings you up here anyway?
I need to talk to you about your room again. Let's talk more about the so-called assault. Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
I mean, that's what we came up for.
She puts her coffee cup down. Perception, hearing, easy success, with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the middle table. Empathy, medium success. This does not surprise her. Cliché. Did he? A smile flits on her face. I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions, only that he was never bad to me. Rhetoric, medium success. She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused. On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target. Cliché. Where did they get this recording exactly? Kim, it's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough. Cliché. She arches her brow. Does he say he's going to do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Those were the exact words he used. Something to that effect, yes? No. Those were the exact words. Cliché. Yeah, that was practically his pickup line. She picks up the cup again. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? Yes, the word whore was used. Kohoi was mentioned. Yeah, he did say that word. Cliché. He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi, the young woman lights a new cigarette in the butt of her old one.
Jeez, woman, you're gonna smoke yourself to death.
Oh, she
by
definitely
20.
will. He wasn't actually there. He didn't do it to her, or at least he didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived in his own little Kohoi. It was his everything. Why say things like that? Machismo? Do you think he was trying to scare people? Is it machismo? Kim, yes. Was he bragging? Cliché. Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, then integrated them into his idea of normalcy to keep on living until they just sort of turn into his, she thinks. What's the word I'm looking for? Logic. Challenging success. She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even. Did you learn this from studying Orange's Lit? Sounds psychological. Coping mechanism? Catchphrase? Atlas game?
It's only the fourth one.
What's that?
It's only the fourth one. We're allowed to talk about the fourth one.
Nah.
Isn't it 5?
Atlas said they don't want any free publicity, and I'm not going to give them any.
Fair. But I'd say too, coping mechanism.
I'm actually more interested in asking how she knows this shit. Cliché. People who go to university know how to use words like internalize and integrate opposite.
That's a lie.
I mean, we both do.
Yeah, but we don't know that because we went to university.
Now, what was that expression? She's still looking for it. Encyclopedia medium success. There's more to this. She has an index in her head of pathologies and how to exploit them.
Oh!
I can almost see her turn the pages.
Right, this is, what's it called? When you don't actually feel things, but you mimic them to make other people think you feel them?
Right. I don't know the term.
Yeah, I think it's sociopath that's supposed to do that. Might be psychopath.
Volition, easy success. You can trust Pillar Bookhead, by the way. As far as I can tell, he's not singing to her tune. The only one besides me. Yeah, he's a bit too square to ever do anything but rattle off useless trivia.
I mean, I'd say
What was it she was
probably
asking about? turned into his
idea of
coping...
normal.
Yeah, I guess coping mechanism?
Yeah.
Cliche. Running joke. I was gonna say running joke, and it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Khohoi massacre, and the 36 famine of Yisut rolled into one person, and then cast in the RNG's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower. Ugh. Do I want to be wearing these now?
Probably not, but we committed Daniel to steal the corpse.
You're
first.
right. I guess if I don't mind them being on his corpse, I don't mind them being on him in the shower.
And while he's having sex.
I mean, the fact that he never takes them off, like, at all to bathe is a
Worries.
bit more of a problem, actually.
Well, there's no pants. There's a breastplate, there's the gloves, the helmet, and the boots. So it means he didn't crap in them at least.
Oh, yeah, but I was more just
Well, he
like...
crapped while
He clearly
was-
never washed himself well enough, and he didn't wash them well enough.
Ooh, Newbie has joined us.
Hey,
His
Newbie.
first comment is, "Here I am, guitarist. Rock me like a..." Oh well, I don't have a rhyme. Welcome,
Studio
Newbie.
audience goes wild.
Woo! Woo! Ah! Creepy.
Yeah.
Also, new DuckTales are out. You'll get what I mean by then.
Weren't you afraid, and you like this kind of stuff, and you spent time with this person, romantically?
I mean...
Yeah. Cliche. We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Khohoi here. Kim, did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? Here at BONNNNES, I mean. Cliche. No, we were too busy laying waste our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed, she thinks, happy, I guess, at ease, as much as a man like him could be.
And in case you don't know what game we're playing here, Newbie...
Playing Disco Elysium. It's a fun RPG. We're investigating a murder.
And we've just finished investigating a rape, which turns out was not a rape.
It was not, even though there was, like, evidence otherwise.
Yep, turns out, no.
But the would-be rapist is murdered anyway, so even if he was a rapist, karma served?
It says, I can read the stream title. I was more saying that in case you don't know what type of game it is, but... yeah. Here we go.
Logic, medium success. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it. Kim, thank you for clearing that up, miss. He turns to you. Whenever you're ready.
He knows.
I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now. Cliche. She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Apparently Jim Sterling has been fawning over this game.
I'm not surprised.
Seems up his alley.
I mean, it seems up most people's alley. It's a really good game.
Yeah. And we finally discovered why the English is so terrible, and I'm okay with it now.
I thought you were trying to say why the English are so terrible, and I'm like...
Potato, tomato?
Yeah. Speaking of Jim Sterling, now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? Speaking of terrible English. Kim, like, for example, his name. Cliche. Actually, officer, I don't know his name. I just called him Lely. Kim, a nickname? Cliche. I guess. He came from Lelystad, it's short for that, and it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use. Kim, Lelystad. That's a good start. The lieutenant writes it in his notebook, and then tears out a page and hands it to you. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer. Cliche. The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. It is on a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. Inland Empire, medium success. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh. Phantasmagoria! Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean. How old was he, miss? His eye color? He had a tattoo. What could it mean? Could it be love that did him in? Something miraculous is coming. He told me. I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Okay, so... how old was he? Cliche. He was 42. Bam! On the money! Kim, 42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50. Cliche. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no. The memory makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was funny 2 days. He had a little reason to lie to me. Kim, looks like you were right, officer. The lieutenant taps his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point. Endurance, easy success. Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die. I did not know this was a competition, Kim. Better not to mention it.
I mean...
I think it's better not to mention it.
He might give you more.
Class J, the young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. Empathy, medium success. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
Let's ask about his eye colour.
Class J, blue, light blue. They were like... She stops, her eyes half closed, then continues. Like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange seeing those eyes and his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing, she takes a drag. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly, and he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something watching him speak.
Interesting.
Kim, he had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Glache, yes, severe. He seems to enjoy the word. She seems to enjoy the word. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Huh, maybe he really was shot before.
I doubt it.
So do I, but...
I mean, shot with an antique rifle? Really?
Well, so those were in the 50s.
Yeah.
No, how long ago was that war?
A while back, I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but the thing is, though, is that dude's idea of him growing his brain around it was fucking stupid. Kim would have told us if the brain had, like, seemed to have healed back up.
Well,
also, there wouldn't be a hole for us to reach our hand into. Remember that?
Oh,
Probably
that's right. not.
You were actually, like,
Going,
singing to yourself and covering your ears at the time.
Yeah.
But we had to reach for a hole to get the bullet, which
Okay.
means the bullet hole never closed up, which means probably he didn't heal from it, which means probably that was what killed him. Also, in his line of work, he's unlikely to get hit by an antique rifle, more likely to be hit by a modern rifle.
Fair. I agree with these suppositions. Carry on, sir.
Kim. Oh yes, Lieutenant suddenly remembers his hair. If you can remember, Cliché. It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brillatine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. Well, couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Ah, so that was why we were wanting to stroke it, 'cause it was different.
Ah. He had a tattoo. What did it mean? Cliché. Oh, she smiles. That. It was an RNG's map of waterways? What did it represent? Do you know? We'll keep it open-ended.
Yeah.
Best not to lead her. Class J. It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. For showing off to chicks? How so? Class J. How? She leans back. Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out in the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. Excuse me. Conceptualization, medium success. Is this RNG's lit? Is this Let's not interrupt. Clash. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like... She points at the ear with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says... She lowers her voice comically. That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that. So she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths. And so it goes, star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country, and he's done horrible things in every single one of them. So you were the woman in this? Class J. Oh yeah, she nods. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Handed the photo. Class J. No thank you. She did not take it. I've seen enough of them dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them. She pours herself some coffee. Kim, go on. Class J. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He was also poor. And the government of Orange needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for money. He went to Killer Academy in Redford. Then he killed some people in the Seminoles Island, and on other islands too, all the islands. After this, he came to Rivercole and got killed himself. Not a very fun story. Good story, thanks. Thanks for clearing that up.
Not a very fun story.
I mean, I don't know. Probably best not to comment on it one way or the other.
Fair.
Glache, she looks over her shoulder at the sea, then back at you, smiling faintly. Change the topic, perhaps? Don't really have too much. I'm definitely not going to ask these two dumb questions.
Knowing where Landers.
Glache, in Orange, officer, it's I think municipality is the term, a nowhere town there.
Ah.
Encyclopedia medium success. The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary, cows, silos, and wheat. Kim, you were almost right, officer. The lieutenant shakes his head like you were just missed a shot in darts. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondale. I'll update the form. Moving on. Cliché. Her eyes follow yours on the piece of paper. Empathy, medium success. She doesn't mind this questioning. On the contrary, she enjoys thinking back to him now. There's a sort of wake for her. Alright, I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
No, he says, cool story, bro. Smiley face. Would have been a cool response. Interesting.
Yeah, cool story, bro, about your lover that died and was like a murder machine and like got hanged and shot.
Yep.
Cool story. Kim, alright. The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment. Glass shake. Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Alright, we'll return to this later. Visual calculus. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42? What she said, yes. Visual calculus. Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality, he was 42 years old. Where is this going? Visual calculus. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45.000 litres of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? Reaction speed. Easy success. You could ask either one of them. Kim, how old do you think I am? Turn around. Miss, how old do you think I am? I got this... My age, I think I'm...
Who do we want to ask? Ourselves? Kim?
Definitely not ourselves. Let's ask Kim.
Yeah, Kim should know.
Kim, huh? The lieutenant isn't quite sure he heard you. How old do I look? Kim, how old? 58? Oh my god, that's really old. Really? Maybe you're wrong. You were wrong about the deceased too. He was way younger. You're probably right. That's about what I look. That's really old. Kim, you asked me, he shrugs. Maybe you're wrong. Or you're probably right. Fuck it, you're probably right. Kim, actually make that 54. He squints. Alcoholism has severely impacted your appearance.
Thanks, Kim.
And I was wrong about the age of the deceased. Visual calculus. Wait, this requires scientific measurements. Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth. I don't want to think about this anymore.
Bring it on.
To the laboratorium! Oh, we got a fort gained.
The laboratorium.
Didn't we want to... No, we didn't have anything else. Did we? No, we didn't have anything else that we wanted to institute, except maybe some kind of superstar, but... we actually don't have... I don't think we have any of these that we need right now.
Did we want to try and arrest Titus?
I don't think that's going to help us much at all.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I could up the drama perhaps, but other than that, I'm not sure. What? Oh, you're just being dramatic.
That took you far too long to realise.
We could always leave it, like chumps.
Leave it for later.
Leave it for later.